If you're a bird watcher, you absolutely know that feeling. That split second of pure magic when you spot a rare bird. But what happens right after that moment? Well, today we're going to dive into how social media is transforming that quiet thrill into a massive global conversation. We'll look at the amazing benefits, the super important responsibilities, and how you can find your flock online. It's just a natural instinct, isn't it? You see something incredible through your binoculars, you snap that perfect picture, and your very first thought is, I have to show someone this. You're bursting to share that discovery, that little moment of wonder. And well, in the world we live in now, there's an instant way to do exactly that. So, why the sudden explosion of finches and falcons all over our social media feeds? Honestly, it's kind of the result of a perfect storm. The seriously high-quality cameras we all have in our pockets have teamed up with these social platforms that give us an instant global stage. All of a sudden, anyone can be a wildlife photographer. At its heart, birdwatching is all about observing, recording, and a lot of the time wanting to tell people what you've seen. Social media just plugs right into that desire. It's basically the modern-day version of running to tell your neighbor about the awesome cardinal at your feeder, except now your neighbor's the entire planet. But this is about so much more than just getting a bunch of likes on a pretty picture. When you use it the right way, social media has some really powerful benefits that can genuinely make your hobby even deeper. So let's break down the 4 biggest game changers. First up, we'll see how it creates this unbelievable network for sharing info in real time. Then, we'll explore how your feed becomes your own personal digital log. We're also going to touch on its incredible power for conservation. And finally, we'll get to the most exciting part, building a truly global community of fellow bird nerds. Okay, this first point is a total game changer. I mean, just listen to this quote. Someone got to see birds they would normally never see, all because of a tip they saw on social media. This real-time network creates these amazing opportunities for sightings that were just, impossible a decade ago. Secondly, try thinking of your feed as your own dynamic digital field journal. Seriously, every single time you post a photo with a date and a few notes, you're building a personal, searchable database. Wondering when you spotted that warbler last year? Just scroll back. It's an incredible tool for tracking patterns and reliving your favorite moment. And here's where it gets really, really powerful. A single post about a threatened species or a habitat that's at risk can suddenly catch fire, drawing massive public attention. It turns every single birdwatcher into a potential advocate for conservation, amplifying the message and helping create real-world change. And finally, community. Social media just makes geography irrelevant. You can share tips with someone clear across the country, celebrate a great sighting with an enthusiast on another continent, and build real friendships based on this amazing shared passion. It makes the world of birding feel both huge and incredibly close-knit at the same time. Okay, so the benefits are pretty clear, right? But with all this power comes a really big responsibility. There are some critical rules we all have to follow to protect the very birds we're so passionate about. And this, right here, might be the most important part of this whole explainer. It's all about shifting our mindset from, hey, look what I saw, to how can I share this responsibly? Because the welfare of the birds has to always come first. No exceptions. It really all boils down to 3 core principles. Number 1, and this is non-negotiable, the safety and privacy of the birds. Number 2 is making sure the info you're sharing is actually correct. And number 3 is just some basic digital manners, respecting other people's work. Let's be absolutely crystal clear about this. The number 1 golden rule is to never post the exact location of a nest, especially if it has eggs or chicks. Doing so can literally lead predators, both animal and human, right to them. It puts vulnerable birds in extreme danger. Just for a photo, it's never ever worth it. So the crucial takeaway is this. Focus your post on the what, not the where. It is great to share what bird you saw. It is dangerous to share precisely where its vulnerable nest is. And if you're sharing a photo of a really rare bird, think about waiting until it's moved on or just being vague about the location to stop huge crowds from showing up and disturbing it. Okay, let's talk accuracy. Let's be real. Bird identification can be tough. If you're not 100% sure, that is totally okay. Instead of just stating a wrong idea as a fact, frame it as a question. Post the photo and ask something like, hey everyone, any idea what kind of sparrow this is? The community is usually more than happy to help out, and this stops misinformation from spreading. So once you've got those ethical guidelines locked in, you can dive into the best part, building that community. How do you actually use these platforms to connect with other birders and make your hobby even more fun? It's actually pretty simple. First, be an active part of the conversation. Don't just post your own stuff. Go comment and ask questions on other people's photos. Use those real-time features like stories to share what's happening right now. Definitely use hashtags so other enthusiasts can find your content. And hey, who knows, you might even take those online connections into the real world for a group birdwatch. And speaking of hashtags, let's just quickly break that down. Think of a hashtag like a label that files your post into a big public folder. Using general ones like hashtag birdwatching connects you to the whole global conversation, while more specific ones, like the bird's name or a particular park, can connect you to a much more focused community. So, what does this all add up to? Well, when we use it thoughtfully, social media doesn't just change how we share our hobby, it actually makes the hobby itself richer, more collaborative, and way more impactful for everyone involved. I mean, this quote just nails it perfectly. Someone shared a photo, and in return, they got a free expert lesson on ecology and identification. That right there is the magic of the online birding community. It's like a massive collaborative classroom where everyone gets to be both a student and a teacher. So next time you head out with your camera or your phone, think about this. Your post isn't just a picture. It's a data point. It's a potential lesson. It's a little piece of advocacy, and it's a connection to a global community. The real question is, what story are you going to tell, and what will your next photo lead to?